Now listen.
Yeah, that's different. That's a pop song.
I'm Elvis Presley.
Here is Elvis.
Welcome to the Elvis Presley special.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Elvis Presley Show.
It is September 2025 and the 48th anniversary of Elvis' death is already behind us. In the meantime, I bought the Sunset Boulevard 5 CD box set and Peter Guralnick's new book about the relationship between Elvis and Tom Parker will very soon be added to my Elvis library. But the thing that we as Elvis fans are looking forward the most is of course the epic movie of Baz Luhrmann. Now I hope, fingers crossed, that Baz Luhrmann is watching this introduction speech because I want him to know that we, as Elvis fans, are extremely grateful for all his work. Without a shadow of a doubt, those reels of unreleased material would still be gathering dust in the storage if it wasn't for him. He saw the potential of the material. He had all the contacts in the movie and music industry. He brought the parties involved to the negotiation table. He was able to find the funds for the restoration. His team had all the skills to restore the footage. He knows his trade to make EPiC into a success. We, as Elvis fans, are obliged to Baz Luhrmann to make this movie into a success. I cannot emphasize how he single-handed achieved what no person before him had ever achieved. And that is offering us 45 years after This Is Elvis a totally new Elvis movie with no impersonators, with no actors, but the one and only Elvis Presley, the man, the voice, the person that we love so dearly. My name is Emiel Maier, you are an Elvis fan, and you are now watching the Elvis Presley News Report of September 2025. In last month's video I could tell you that the world premiere of the new Elvis movie EPiC is going to be held at the Toronto International Film Festival. At that time the exact date was still unknown except that it would be between 4 and 14 September. Now Baz Luhrmann has revealed the exact date. Here is an excellent excerpt from the movie followed by an announcement of Baz Luhrmann. This promises to be an awesome Elvis movie.
He taught me how to walk, watch and pray, watch and pray.
Action! Oh yes, it is a happy day because it's official. The 6th of September, Princess of Wales Theatre at the Toronto International Film Festival. It is EPiC! Elvis Presley in concert. Elvis sings and he tells his story like never before. It's not a concert film. It's not a documentary. It's EPiC.
On August 15, Joel Weinschenker revealed that EPe is making significant progress on an Elvis hologram concert performance utilizing the best technology. He could not give a timeline, but he said that it is getting close. Weinschenker also told that in the coming 2 years there will be significant changes at Graceland. He did not talk about specific things, but one of them will undoubtedly be the music recording studio, which he mentioned in 2024. Also, a new Elvis video screen concert tour with the participation of the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra is being worked on for 2027. This will use the newly found footage. Personally speaking, these kinds of concerts are hugely popular in Europe, South America and Australia. Elvis is still selling out concert arenas with thousands of people attending his video screen show. I wonder why these concerts never tour in the USA. Why are the American fans kept away from the real Elvis and instead of that pay top dollar for an impersonator? Is it really true that Elvis cannot sell out an indoor arena in the USA anymore? Last but not least, Joel said, "The EPiC documentary was financed by Sony Music in partnership with Elvis Presley Enterprises. The movie needs to be seen in theaters and the team is committed to a proper theatrical release. We do not have a release date yet, but we are aiming for a possible release around Elvis's birthday in January 2026 with streaming availability and hopefully an extended version on physical media." Personally speaking, I think the movie will be out much sooner, because it just doesn't make sense to withdraw a movie for about 5 months after its world premiere, because by then all the excitement surrounding the movie will have evaporated, and this movie doesn't need Elvis's 91st birthday to garner publicity. Movie companies have a strategy of looking at the movie release schedule. On the basis of that, a decision is made when the movie will be released. It is very common that about 6 weeks after the premiere, the movie will be at the cinema. Let me give an example. The 2022 Elvis movie had its premiere in May and it was at the cinemas in June. Another example. The 2023 Priscilla movie had its premiere in September and it was at the cinemas in October. So, if EPiC has its world premiere on September 6, then I expect the movie at least in the month of October 2025. And that is exactly what Baz Luhrmann has told us earlier. The movie will be out in 2025. So, on the basis of that, I doubt Joel Weinshanker's words just a little bit. On August 1st, the 5-CD box Sunset Boulevard was released, and I don't know if you have experienced the same as I have, but it was extremely low price compared to the 2024 Memphis 5-CD box. I bought both sets at my local Elvis dealer, so the following comparison is legitimate. The 2024 Memphis box was €65 and the 2025 Sunset Boulevard box was just €38. The dealer had also no idea why his wholesale price for this box was so low. And to me it is mind-blowing how on earth Graceland is offering the box for $80, which is in my view insane. Now it may be a sign of the times, but the box did not chart in the American Billboard 200. But at the other side of the Atlantic, the box set did chart in Europe. Here are the numbers for England. 67 at the official albums chart top 100. 25 albums download chart. 11 vinyl albums chart. 5 albums sales chart. And also number 5 at the official physical albums chart. And here are the numbers for the rest of Europe. 86 in Ireland, 22 in Belgium, 18 in the Netherlands, 17 in Germany, 14 in Austria, number 9 in Switzerland, and the highest position was achieved in Scotland with a number 5 position. Well done, everybody. Last month, when the Elvis Evolution show premiered, it became clear that the show's producers have ultimately deviated from their original concept. After all, the idea was to have an Elvis hologram be part of the Elvis Evolution show. Based on that information, many fans ordered and paid for their tickets well in advance. It now appears that the idea of showing an Elvis hologram has been removed from the concept without clearly communicating to ticket buyers. The disappointment was therefore particularly great when the visitors discovered that the Elvis hologram was no longer part of the final show. Early bird ticket buyers felt cheated, and as a result, a very large group of victims expressed very strong reactions. At this moment, I don't know if the show is profitable, but what I do know is that people who buy a ticket now cannot complain because they already know in advance that an Elvis hologram will not be shown. As soon as there are developments concerning the Elvis Evolution show, I will let you know. As part of its ongoing Live on Tour series, FTD announces the release of The Last Tours Volume 3. This is the follow-up to Volume 1 from October 2024 and Volume 2 from February 2025. Released as a mono-recorded 3-CD 5-inch digipack, this set features 6 shows from Elvis's third tour of 1977. The 6 concerts included are Toledo, Ann Arbor, Kalamazoo, Milwaukee, Duluth, and St. Paul. Follow That Dream Records continues its limited 2 LP special movie editions with the double vinyl Harem Holiday. The double LP features newly mixed masters and outtakes. Please note that the cover finally shows Elvis in his proper profile. It looks like the latest trend in collecting vinyl records has become liquid vinyl records. After the completion of the reissues of the 5 Sun singles on this format, a new release has been announced. On November 14, 2025, the French VPI record label will release the Something for Everybody LP containing a pink liquid. This special edition will consist of 200 copies. No repress, no second chance. Though Christmas is still 4 months ahead of us, Graceland announced a new release in their 10-inch collector vinyl series. On November 7, a blue vinyl single of Blue Christmas, backed with Santa Claus is Back in Town, will become available at a price of $30. After That's Alright and Stuck on You, Blue Christmas will be the third release in the limited edition 10-inch collector vinyl series, which is exclusively available from the Graceland shop. Poland has now a second Elvis Presley street, and it is located in the small town of Zawada. At the same time of the renaming of the street, a statue of Elvis was unveiled. Poland can be very proud of their Elvis community because this project has been successful, and it shows once again that a country does not have to have a direct link with Elvis to erect a statue for him. At the entertainment center across the street of Graceland, 2 new temporary exhibits are on display. The first is Colonel Parker's World of Show Business, and the second is called The Red Living Room. Of the 2 exhibits, the Red Living Room is in my view the most interesting one, as it shows the interior of the living room at Graceland when Elvis died in 1977. This exhibit will live at least a year, if not longer. The design of the red interior was made by Elvis and Linda Thompson in 1974. In 1982, when the mansion was opened for tours, Priscilla opted for a more neutral color scheme. I can imagine that the visitors could get the impression that Elvis lived in a whorehouse. The highest paid item at the Rockhurst Elvis Week auction was this owned and stage-worn 14K gold ring with huge lapis stone. Elvis gave the ring to a Sahara Tahoe Hotel security guard as a show of appreciation. After 11 bids, the hammer fell at a final price of $28,750, including the buyer's premium. Carlos Varenti signed copies of his new book, The Lisa Marie, The King's Flying Graceland, in the Travelodge Hotel during Elvis Week 2025. Graceland purchased a number of Carlos's books, which are now for sale at the Graceland Air Shop. As a gesture, you will find Carlos' autograph in each of his books sold through Graceland. Angie Marchese told that Graceland is currently working on a new book on Elvis's jumpsuits. It's trivia time, and in last month's video I played you a snippet of an Elvis song backwards. But to make things a little bit more difficult, I played you the instrumental part. Now this was indeed a bit of a trick question, because the segment that I played was not used in the official single version of the song, Shake, Rattle and Roll. Now I have to talk a little bit when I play this segment, because otherwise I get a copyright claim, and that is not what we want. The trivia question for this month is made by my fabulous graphic designer Jesper from Denmark. We are showing you 4 album sleeves. 3 of them are correct, but 1 of them is slightly changed. The trivia question for this month is, can you spot the album that is slightly changed? Post your answer in the comments below. Good luck everybody! Bill Morris was a close friend of Elvis Presley, and their friendship was forged through their shared experiences growing up in rural Mississippi. The story goes that Gladys and Vernon knew Bill Morris' parents before the two couples had children. Bill Morris became a sheriff in Memphis and gave Elvis protection. When they found out they came from the same area in Mississippi, they became friends. It was Bill Morris who nominated Elvis for the 10 Outstanding Young Men of the Nation Award, also known as the JCs. It was the only award that Elvis accepted in person on January 16, 1971. In 1977, Bill Morris and his wife were invited to attend Elvis's funeral in the Graceland living room. It showed his position with the Presley family. Bill Morris was at the center of Memphis history for over 40 years and played a pivotal role in Memphis politics and law enforcement. He died on July 25, 2025 at the age of 92. That was the news for this time. Check back next month if you want to keep up with all the latest Elvis news. Until then, have a happy Elvis Presley Day.
You have a happy, you have a happy, have a happy.
Did I hear someone say something about Elvis?